The Podrace in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, is probably the most disappointing sequence in the entire prequel trilogy. Why do I say that? Because it was such a promising idea. Just compare it to the Chariot race in Ben-Hur. Totally different, isn't it? And what's the difference? The difference is that in the Chariot race, there are two levels of conflict. First, you have the conflict of who will win the race, right? The external, the obvious conflict. Horses racing around the track. You want to win. You don't want to die. You don't want to get trampled under the horses of your opponents. So there's a real obvious external danger. But there's also an internal conflict going on between Ben-Hur and his friend, or his childhood friend, Masala. Now, I don't want to give away the whole plot. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. But the point is, the external conflict is complemented by an internal conflict. Let me give you another example from Star Wars. In A New Hope, at the very end, Luke Skywalker is in his X-Wing attempting to destroy the Death Star. Okay, that's the external conflict. But is there an internal conflict? Yes, there is. In fact, there's at least two that I can think of. Number one, there's the internal conflict of, will Luke trust the Force, right? The other internal conflict that we don't realize as a conflict is, will Han be loyal to his friends? Both of those conflicts are internal. They're not external. But they're resolved beautifully along with the external conflict. And by weaving those three things together, that scene is so satisfying. In A Phantom Menace, we have a lot of beautiful set building. We have amazing pod design and sound design. But the characters are flat because there is no internal conflict.